everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here then welcome. My name is Emily and I make YouTube videos. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from stuff that people normally see from me on my channel. I normally talk all about Disney, my experience working for the company and general Disney stuff. Today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. It's something we all know, kind of love, kind of hate: Instagram. So this video was prompted by two things. The first thing is, if you are into Disney YouTube or Instagram in general, you probably will have seen this video that's been circulating around the Disney internet for around the past couple of weeks, which was from Janie Slee. She is another DCP vlogger kind of person. She put a video up all about the Disney Instagram community and how it's kind of problematic. Things like how people dress up just to go to the parks to take photos, how people get treated differently depending on how many Instagram followers they have, all stuff like that. A lot of things I did definitely think, yep, I kind of relate to that one. Other things not so much, but like every video you're kind of going to have things you agree with, things that you don't. I guess for me, yes, I have gone to the parks dressed up because I want to take photos. But firstly, I really enjoy the process of taking photos and I enjoy social media, and secondly, I then would go do the rides, you know, like once you've looked all nice and you've had your kind of 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long you're going to take the photos, and you do it for your friends as well, you then go off and have fun and enjoy the park. So I think it's not exclusive to Disney of people dressing up just to take photos, but it is definitely like a bit of a problem when you see some people who are obviously in a dress that's not going to work on Thunder Mountain at all. But yeah, that's the first thing that prompted this video. The second one is I was writing the caption for my most recent Instagram post, this photo here, and I was thinking about what to say, and then I just started thinking about the backstory behind the photo and what we were doing just before it was taken, and it gave me this idea to kind of expose my Instagram photos, talk about the stories behind them, different filters maybe that I've used, different apps, how maybe it's not as good as it looks in the photo in reality, and stuff like that. I do like my Instagram feed. I do enjoy it. It's kind of a creative project to me. Obviously it is a very curated version of my life. Like, I haven't been in Disney World since August, and yet I'm still posting photos from there, so that's not true. Also, the colours are a lot nicer than reality. I'm going to show side by side the photos and stuff like that, but yeah, just a little insight into my Instagram, and maybe it will have you thinking about the post you see on your timeline a little bit more, and how maybe you shouldn't believe everything you see. Also, this lighting's kind of whack today, so I'm sorry about that already. There's kind of these clouds and there's these clouds in the sky, and it's making it go light to dark, light to dark. I'm sorry, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. So let's start with that photo that prompted the whole video. So this is a photo of me and my friend Megan on the last day of our program in August, and we were doing a 4 parks one day, and we decided that we would walk from Hollywood Studios to Epcot via the boardwalk, and that by doing that walk we would earn ourselves some ice cream from Ample Hills. This seemed like a great idea at the time. It was around 2 in the afternoon, I want to say, so the heat was kind of at its peak in Orlando in August. So around 10 minutes into the walk, it suddenly wasn't a very good idea. And then by the time we got to the boardwalk, we ran into the bakery and basically stuck our heads in the freezers to cool down because we were so hot and sweaty and gross. So I don't actually know how we look so half decent in this photo because of that mess. But anyway, we cooled down and then we went in to get our ice cream. We split one kind of cup between the two of us, and it was super, super cute ice cream. I really, really enjoyed it. And I love the photo and the way it turned out. But yeah, that's a little like backstory behind that photo. There isn't too much editing going on there. It's been like, I've applied a bit of a VSCO filter that I have, and some Lightroom to kind of like change how the, what is it? It's like the curve of the light. Change that a little bit, up to the pinks and the greens, but it's not like a whole ton different from the original. This is kind of one of the more tamer edits, I guess, because I don't know, I think it's just cute the way it starts. The next photo I'm going to talk about, this is a little bit embarrassing, but we're exposing myself, so you know, let's just go for it. So this photo I actually really, really like. This photo was taken when I found out I got a first class degree from my university in England, so I got the results on my phone that morning, and then I went to the Grand Floridian Cafe with Lois, Kira and Megan. It was our first little kind of outing as just the 4 of us. We decided we were going to get waffles. We decided to get all the accompaniment trays that are on offer for like the different toppings, and I was very much like, guys, we should get like one of each, because this is embarrassing. I saw this photo from the Pixie Traveler on Instagram with all the toppings and I kind of wanted to recreate it. Yeah, I'm exposed here, but actually I also really did want to try all the toppings. It wasn't just for the photo, but as you can see, that is where I got the photo idea from. Also, another note is that those are my roommate Kira's ears. They're not mine. I wanted some ears that would match my top. So yeah, that's just embarrassing, but I really like the photo, so it's fine. The edit on this, as you can see, we have gone quite a lot brighter, and just kind of boosted all the colours. I do like the way it's turned out, and like I generally like to add more white into my photos than how they looked originally, but yeah, I feel like it's again not too heavy an edit. It's still kind of true to reality. The next one I'm going to talk about is from when I went travelling after my program and I was in LA, and me and Kira decided to do this hike from the Griffith Observatory like around the Hollywood sign area, and I really wanted a photo with the Hollywood sign in it. So bless Kira's little heart, she probably took around 300 photos of me at various spots, and it was so hot, and every time I was like, oh, it's not quite right, can we take some more? And we took so many. I'll just insert like a ton of the outtakes here. Yeah, there was an embarrassing amount. Sorry Kira, but you ended up with a pretty good shot, I think. One thing obviously you can see, it's kind of standard with all my photos. We edit, we change to up the whites. It's generally a lot brighter, but one thing that this is embarrassing, when I'm hot, the veins on my hands really stand out. I hate my hands generally, I just think they're gross, but the veins really stand out. So I airbrushed the vein out of my hand, which no one probably would have noticed, but I just really hate my hands. So yeah, I never airbrushed like my face or anything, but for some reason I want to airbrush my hands. So yeah, there's that little before and after. This is kind of embarrassing, isn't it? But yeah, this photo looks like super chill, relaxed, like just take it in the moment. We took so many angles, it's ridiculous. Kira is the real MVP, she's my Insta husband. The best friend photographer thing, they're kind of like part of the same for me. If we're gonna be really good friends, it kind of helps if you can take good photos. I will take them for you as well, but like, that sounds so bad, but it's kind of true. Like, I'm not gonna not be friends with you if you can't take photos. It just might affect, you know, our friendship. This is so bad. So this photo is actually taken back in England. I know I posted something on my Instagram from my hometown, and this is on my iPhone, which I never normally post photos on my iPhone because I think the quality kind of sucks. I have an iPhone 7, but I still don't really like the way it takes photos. I don't know. I just love my DSLR. But this one was when I went to Dalloway Terrace with one of my best friends, Amanda, and this was around Christmas time, and I hadn't really planned to like get a nice photo of me on this day, which you can probably tell by the way I look, but we both got the pancakes, so we decided, you know, they look pretty good pancakes, let's have a go. Amanda took a ton of photos for me on my phone again, and the end photo actually was, you know, it was decent, but wait till you see the original. Look at that original version of the photo. My eyes look like slits. It's so dark and depressing, and like, oh my god. This photo literally took me like maybe an hour of not like sitting down constantly, but I was editing it for a long while. I just want to say about that whole like photo editing process though, I genuinely really enjoy it. I love having like going on Lightroom and VSCO and like doing all the edits, but it is kind of ridiculous. Like, I get that it is a long time for just an Instagram post, but I do enjoy that process, and it's like a creative thing for me. But yeah, as you can see, it is blatantly so different from the original here. The pancakes look kind of yellow in my edit. That's the only thing that's kind of annoying me about it, but other than that, you know, it's a pretty solid edit from an iPhone camera photo. So the photo I've left till last is last for a reason, because me and my friends were in Epcot for like our last full Epcot day there, and we had the best day ever, and it was so fun. And we went to Via Napoli, got that huge pizza, we just wandered around the World Showcase and just like checked out all the little countries, and we didn't actually do any rides that day, we realised, which was mental because it was such a fun day. But we decided to go try and meet Joy and Sadness because none of us had done it on that programme, and the line was always super long. But we got in and we were like, okay, this line is pretty long, but we might as well stick it out because we've done everything else in the park and this is something we want to do. So we got into the room, and we were actually the last group that Joy and Sadness were meeting before they went off to break to like go check on Riley or whatever. And they spent so long with us, and I kind of wish I had the interaction on film, but at the same time that would have taken away from like the moment of it. But basically Joy took my ears off my head and put them around Sadness's glasses like this, and everyone was literally in hysterics at this moment. So the photo pass photographer, the character attendant, Joy was leaning against the wall trembling. She was laughing so much, and I just quickly was said to Kira again, getting a little shout out, please take a photo of me with Sadness with the ears on. So I bent down, Kira took it on her iPhone. It was like a split-second moment, and that was it. That was, you know, that was the moment, and we just kept going with it. We had such a fun time. We were maybe with them for like 10 minutes, took a bunch of photos. It was so fun. It's actually one of my like favorite memories from my program. It's definitely a core memory. So as you can see from the edit, side by side, it's not really too different. It didn't do too much to it, and that's the main reason I want to talk about this photo, is that it wasn't planned. It was in the moment. It was taken on an iPhone, and it just captures a moment that I love and I've got forever in just that snapshot. And it actually did like so well on Instagram. I didn't know whether to post it because the quality isn't like amazing being on an iPhone. I know I'm like a DSLR snob at this point, but anyway. At the time though, it ended up being like my most liked photo ever, which I didn't understand. Compared to my other photos though, it's nice to see a moment that is literally pure joy. Even though Joy's not in the photo, it's me with Sadness, but you get what I'm saying. So as you can see, like a lot of my photos are very staged. They're very different to the originals when you like edit them. So yes, I really do enjoy Instagram and editing, but it's just kind of raising awareness of the reality behind the photos that I post. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and comment down below the craziest thing you've done for an Instagram photo. Subscribe if you would like to see more videos, because that would be really, really awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry about the whack lighting that's probably been this video, but I hope you were able to bear with it, and I will see you next time.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cub, and stroll right into town and be just like the other men. I'm tired of walking around.